Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Talk. On this episode, we have Mike from Bayonne talking Jets as he calls history as they shoot down the birds. Giants lose again, this time in heartbreaking fashion. Doesn't really matter. Big Ant goes 2 for 5 in his picks. Let's start talking. What up, boys?
No.
Men.
What's up? What's going on, everybody?
Men. How you doing?
Holding it together.
That's it.
It's another week, huh?
It's another week of sitting here and talking Giants,
But it's funny how we feel over on this side. But
Yeah.
how does Mikey from Bayonne feel
I don't know.
over there?
We're starting this pod off. This episode starts off with Mikey from
Look
Bayonne.
at this.
Oh my God!
Looking like prime time
He looks like Joe Namath.
as they shoot down
I don't
the
want to say I told
birds.
you so, but
Wow!
Yeah.
How do you
man.
feel, Mike? How does that feel to beat the Eagles?
it feels amazing, Anthony. It feels absolutely amazing.
We can't
my
beat
friend.
the Eagles, eh?
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know what
really
that
know
feels
that
like.
feeling. Yeah, it must feel good.
How does it feel, Mike?
It feels absolutely amazing, and that Jets defense did their job better than anybody in the league. And Zach Wilson, yet again, did not make the single turnover that would have cost us the game, and we won the damn game. That's all it's going to take this year.
Yeah. So
That's all it's gonna take
We'll
this
get
year.
into it quick, right? So last year we knew that the Jets were a good team. They lacked a quarterback, right? The Jets defense played unbelievable last year. The problem the Jets defense had last year, they couldn't get the ball when they needed to. You know what I mean? They couldn't get it. They couldn't intercept the ball. They couldn't make a key fumble when they had to. Fast forward now to 2023. It seems like every win that the Jets have gotten so far this year is because the defense made a key play and took the ball and gave it their offense an opportunity to win the game. What changed? What's the difference now? How did that happen so quickly?
Well, look, I'm not in the locker room, so I don't know what's personally changed for these guys. But I mean, viewing the team for the last 2 years, it's got to be a confidence thing, man. Because, like I said, this kid is not giving the ball back to the team anymore. He's not. Listen, he's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not Brady. He's not going down the field. He's not giving you 3 touchdowns, 300 yards. But he's putting you in positions where if you have a very strong, stout defense, that will get it done. And I think the defense is starting to realize that week by week. It's like, okay, no, he's not the answer. No, we're not going to a Super Bowl with him. But this kid can do enough to where we're just one play away from beating absolutely anybody. That was the Philadelphia Eagles, guys. That wasn't the Denver Broncos. That wasn't any slapdick team. That was the tried and true Philadelphia Eagles, and they got beat up. Jalen Hurts.
The birds got beat
hold on,
up.
Mike. The Eagles came in overconfident. The bottom line is he didn't make any mistakes to beat himself, and that's what they have to rely on Zach. He cannot make mistakes, right? And he didn't make a mistake to beat himself.
He didn't.
He didn't make a mistake. So that's the deal. But I think the Eagles took the Jets for granted. I think that was a game I got right on my betting as well. I definitely jumped on the bandwagon of the Jets.
You got hyped after my monologue last week.
Yeah, that's right. I took your shit and I went with it, because you were the right answer.
J-E-T-S, Jets. Listen to me right now. Things have been so down for me. What that Jets win did for my soul, and I never in my wildest day thought I would say this, but to watch Philly just have a bad 4 hours of their life made me one of the happiest guys in the world. So I didn't give a shit. It was the Jets. Listen, any team that makes Philly's day miserable makes me happy, and that's a fact. Okay, that's a fact.
The reality of the day,
they're still dancing on their own. All right, I know they're rocking in the playoffs right now. Kelsey's a rocking. Philly's rocking, but you know what? It's just gonna end like how
Always does.
it always does.
ends
The
bad.
birds are just gonna.
Yeah.
You know what the best part of that day is? That on
And the Jets
Sunday,
started it
Sunday
off.
when I woke up, there was one game that I was excited to watch.
And what
it
game
was
was
the
that?
Jet
Imagine.
Philly game.
Yeah.
I was pumped up to watch that friggin' game. I waited all day to watch that game. I watched that game intently. Then when the Giants came on at 8:30, I was like, oh,
Well,
no.
let me hear, Mike. Let me hear your
That was the
experience
most watched
watching the
game
game.
since the Super Bowl, by the way.
What?
Was it?
It's the most watched
Oh,
game.
no, I don't give a shit. Yeah, I don't even
Well,
believe that
Mike
shit.
watched that game with a Philadelphia Eagles fan. So can we hear your perspective on how that game went, Mike? Like what happened that day?
Yeah, so Nicholas Lamberjay came over for the outing, and he started off great, man. We were pounding each other up. It was all a good time, just two buddies hanging out, drinking beer, and watching the game. And
You
it
guys are odd,
slowly
man.
started to drift into oblivion. By the second or third quarter, he wasn't speaking to me. By the fourth quarter, he was ready to leave the apartment. He actually left. He left his Jalen Carter jersey. I was thinking about wearing it on the podcast.
Did he bring his dumbass eagle?
Like a hunter who just skinned his lion.
Wow.
We should have hung it behind you.
Did
for
he
the
have
pod.
that eagle mask that disgusts me when he wears that thing? Does he have that around? Thank God he didn't wear that
He didn't
shit.
bring that one out. Thank God.
You
It's
guys-
embarrassment to society. These
You guys
people.
are so odd, though. I would never, in my wildest day, invite my Philly friend over on a Sunday to watch ball. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do that. You
Well, look,
guys
I thought it would be a
no, you
decent
didn't.
game.
Oh,
No.
You were
I'm
going
in
to
a
take the loss
position-
better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
in a position where I'm like, all right, I might as well have him over, see him for a little bit. We'll have some fun. He'll get his win, and it's gonna roll off my back because the Jets are the Jets. And then it started turning really quick.
You
And I
wouldn't
had
do
a
this
great
for
night.
You wouldn't do this for like a playoff game, though, right?
No.
Okay, I'm just
After
making that clear.
After that interception, Mike, well, you know, the key interception number 3. What was like the environment in that room? What was going on? I need to know
was the
what was
environment in
happening.
your locker
How was
Yeah.
Lambeau?
Yeah,
Tell
what
us.
was
Hey,
going
the-
on?
Dude, Lambeau was not doing well at that point.
What were
And
you
then-
doing?
Were you rubbing
Oh, I
it
was
in his
going
face,
crazy.
Mike? Were you going, yeah,
no.
F you?
No, so I didn't go crazy until the Eagles let us walk into the end zone with Breece Hall. Because as soon as they did that, that was Sirianni telling me, I don't give a shit about your defense. I have more faith in Hurts that he'll go down the field and score on you losers, and that pissed me off. So I got rowdy after that, and the Jets showed up.
Yep.
and the
Yeah,
Jets
Mike.
proved them wrong.
And Mike, again, did you shove it up Lambeau's ass? Did you ram it down his asshole? Did you give it to him? Good. Tell us.
I did not. I'm sorry.
Mike's not like that. Mike's not like that.
Your football team.
You're not
Yeah.
like that? You got to get like that.
Nah, man.
That's the problem.
He had enough of a beating that day.
No,
No,
you-
let's just be real here for a second.
I want to
though,
rub it in
Mike.
Lambeau's
No,
face.
let's just be real, Mike.
Lambeau.
The
do it.
Jets didn't win that game. The Eagles lost
Yeah, that's right,
it.
Ann. You're right.
The
You're right.
Jets didn't win it. The Eagles lost it.
that's right, Anthony.
That's just the fact of the matter.
Right, bro. That's it.
Zach Wilson
That's my
isn't
son
going to go
talking that
down the
shit,
field,
man.
right?
Talking shit
Zach
to you
Wilson
guys.
isn't going to go down the field to win that game.
Right,
the
Ann.
defense
Right.
had to make the play,
Right.
which they did. But also, why is Jalen Hurts throwing the ball there? Why is Jalen Hurts throwing the ball? Let's
Yeah.
be real now.
He looks like an idiot.
So let me
embarrassing.
break this down because I know you haven't seen a dominant defense in about 10, 11 years. So
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of reintroduce you to
been a while.
the whole act of it. Okay. The defense is part of the football team,
Yeah.
Anthony. The Jets won that game because the Jets defense won that game.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
maybe
man.
Hurts
I
didn't
don't
look
know.
like
I'm
Hurts.
not-
Yeah.
Fine.
No,
They took us lightly. Fine. We have versed 3 elite quarterbacks this year. They all have the worst QBR of the season against the Jets.
What about Dak?
That's not.
What about Dak?
What
Yeah,
about
he's right.
Whack Prescott?
Yeah.
Yeah, we let
He
him
ate
go.
you up alive.
What about
He ate you up alive.
What about the Patriots?
Like,
like, what about the Patriots? Like, you lost that game, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
things
okay.
are gonna happen, folks.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna
I was
lose
just
games,
checking.
but right now we
That's
just
my
beat the
any given-
Philadelphia
Mike, you're looking
goddamn
at-
Eagles on national television.
I know. I
You're
was so
looking
excited.
at 3 loser Giant fans here. Rub it in our face a little bit
Nah,
more. Mike,
nah,
give me
nah.
a little bit. I want
Yeah,
to
I didn't know
feel
what
it.
it feels like to win.
I want to feel what Mike feels. Mike, get angry.
no.
I mean, get passionate.
No. See, my whole prerogative
Oh, I
is
hate
one thing
this
I know,
shit.
baby. I will kill you with kindness. So I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna smile when I walk into MetLife next to Antico while he wears his Giants jersey. I'm wearing my Jets. I'm gonna smile all the way to both of your seats that I didn't really pay for, but I'm gonna go anyway.
You're welcome,
And
by
I'm
the
gonna
way. You're welcome,
smile
Mike.
as we completely dismantle that Giants team.
Oh,
That's when I'll
God.
smile.
We have a bye. We have next week to get into that.
Yeah, well, yeah, the
Yeah,
Jets.
Got 2 more weeks.
Yeah, the schedule worked out really well for the Jets. They got a bye week to prepare
For the G-Man.
for the shitbag Giants.
We're
Which
not
is
going to.
gonna
We're
be
going
bad.
to. Yeah, I just. I don't know.
All I know all I know is
Don't let him sit in my seat, Ann. You sit in my seat.
All right, fine.
Oh, I want his seat.
Yeah. No, don't take my seat.
No, the last time we went to the Giants-Jets game, I sat in your seat and we lost that game.
Well, I don't want him in my seat, Ann.
All right, but this is what I don't want to happen, right? I
you're both freaking
I want
freeloaders.
Daniel Jones to play.
2 freeloaders.
Right? I want Daniel Jones.
Freeloaders.
I want Daniel Jones to play that Sunday. I don't want Zach Wilson to outplay Daniel Jones.
That's not possible.
If Zach Wilson outplays Daniel Jones, oh my God.
Zach Wilson's not
I'm
even
out of
that
that Vegas chat. I'm done. I'm gone.
What?
You won't see me in that Vegas chat.
Yeah.
They have people, like I said last week, Hurts will be running from the Williams brothers. The Williams brothers showed up. First of all, Quincy Williams is an all-pro linebacker this
looks
year.
unbelievable.
If he doesn't get it, it's the biggest snub of anybody's career. Like, that guy is playing out of his mind right now. Bryce Huff is on the rankings with Myles Garrett, with TJ Watt for percentage of rushes, and like the numbers these guys are putting up are astronomical when you're actually looking at it. Everybody's running for their lives. I don't think Daniel Jones is going to be any different, my friend. It's coming.
They might
Andrew Thomas back. Andrew Thomas
he might be back for that game, hopefully. But who even knows? Who even knows with Andrew Thomas?
We'll see. We're sitting there 3-3 at the bye, baby.
One thing I wanted to bring up, Mike, you got to give kudos to Mekhi Becton, bro. That kid, he's playing. For him to come back from these leg injuries and these knee injuries, whatever they are, and for him to be playing the way he's playing right now, bro, I got to give him flowers where flowers are due. You know, he looks good. He looks really good.
No, he's looking like the guy that we tried drafting when we drafted him. And I mean, I think he's given up 2 sacks thus far this season. The shining spot is going to, like, for me, Tippmann is playing great at right guard. This kid Mitchell stepped in now at right tackle. And listen, the Eagles are no joke. Like, let's be realistic.
No,
That's a dominant defensive
the most rounded
line.
team. They're a round team. They have they do good at every position, really.
That's what I mean, and it's like their defensive line
they're
known for it. And
these
misfits held them up long
I have
enough
to
for us
compliment
get
the Eagles. I mean, they're a very good team. I mean, they
No, I got to compliment the Jets, man. The Jets, they played the Chiefs tight. They just
we
beat
could be
the
4-2 right now. We could be 4-2 right
The
now.
reason you played everybody tight is because nobody takes the Jets serious.
Well,
They're
then
all laying down,
the
word's
bro.
out, man. The word's out. The Jets are for real this year. So now everybody coming to the stadium better fucking know it.
Whoa. Yeah, that's that energy.
There it is. We got playoffs. Wait, Mike, do we got playoffs on our mind again right now?
Mike, give us a prediction.
Hell yeah, we
got playoffs on our mind.
Whoa!
The playoffs would have been more on our mind if you guys could have taken care of business against the Bills, but you couldn't. But we'll take care of the rest. Don't worry.
On that note, see you, Mike from Bayonne. Thanks for joining us.
You got one more thing.
Here's the thing. The Jets, I'm looking at the playoffs. It could be.
Oh
be
my
a wild
God!
card
What
deal.
a
It could be a
kiss
last
of
week of the
death.
season deal. Who do we verse last week of the season? Bill Belichick and the New England. If we are a game away, I'm just saying now, just throwing the theory out there. If we are a game out and we need that last game to win, and we're versing the Patriots, we're done. Bill Belichick is.
I thought you were about to say someone else. Wow, Mike. All right,
just
respect that.
Yeah, throw that in the bank. Throw that in the
Respect that, Mike.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mike.
Stay
Look at him.
fly. And,
Mikey, name it.
We'll see you for the pregame against the Giants, Mikey.
Wow.
Thank you for joining us.
I thought he was gonna come out saying he was gonna beat the shit out of the Patriots.
Yeah, I thought
didn't think he was gonna finish off with that.
Wow.
All right, once again, everybody, don't forget, if you like the pod, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, pass it around. What's up, boys? It's time to talk about the New York Football Giants.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ant. What do you got? What's brewing up there? What are your thoughts?
Well, I
want to
know. First off, I'm not happy with my daddy.
Okay.
Because my daddy didn't even stay up to watch the end of the game.
No,
I'm going to call him out on that right now.
Yeah.
My daddy
I told you,
didn't even watch the end of the game.
My big game, first of all, my big game was the Jet game. I was excited about that. I feel passionate about the Jets, Jets. I can jump on any bandwagon faster than you could ever imagine. I will trade on teams in a second.
Well, hence you're basically just giving your tickets away to the free.
I'm giving my tickets away.
Giving your ticket away to
Well,
the free will.
to two freeloaders. He ain't paying, he ain't paying. I give him it's a free game. Here you go. They're like the migrants. Here you go,
Not
migrants.
even for $2?
For $2. I give it away. Yeah. So everybody goes, I might die.
Yeah, no,
That's how much you checked out. He went
I
to
was
sleep,
very,
bro.
I think
a lot of
him
people,
being
a lot of
checked
people
out,
went to sleep. I had one eye open. I had one eye freaking open, bro.
see, that upset me. Not knowing that it's week 6, right? We're going on to week 7 now. It's not even Halloween.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's not the only Giants fan
No.
that checked out and went to bed
And it's
early.
embarrassing
You know
telling
what I mean?
people I went to bed in. Shut your mouth about that. Nobody knows that shit.
Well,
That's an inside secret in our house.
Cat's out of the bag. But my point
I ate
is,
something wrong. I was a little tired. I had a couple of drinks that day.
Yeah.
a couple of something else. But that's my point is, like I said, my dad, diehard Giants fan, loves the Giants, gives us money to the Giants year after year. Money. And he checked out. I can't even imagine how many other Giant fans out there have checked out and are sleeping before the game's over. And that's upsetting to me. That really is upsetting to me.
And
Going into this season, the expectations we had, and it's not even Halloween and the season's over already. Like it's miserable. It really is. It's a bad feeling.
It is.
Bad feeling.
I don't know, and I'm going to say something. I'm going to the game. I'm going to the game. My friend, you have the tickets.
Charles is coming.
All right, there you go. All right, that's the connection over there. I'm going to the game with one of my friends. And the interesting part of it, we always play Washington tight somehow, right? For some reason, we do.
Divisional game.
Right, it's always the divisional, but we play them. We always have their number, no matter how bad
Each
we
team
looked.
is.
Yeah, we always somehow have their number. So could we be misled again, thinking that we can beat the Commanders?
Well, before we get into the Commanders talk, we got to talk about what just happened on Sunday. I know you missed the game.
I missed the game,
but on Sunday,
you gotta fill me in.
Yeah, I'll fill you in real
rat.
quick.
You're a rat.
Yeah,
a
well,
rat.
Sunday's
Have
game
some cheese.
was
a rat.
It bothered me, that game. I know last week we came on the mic, right?
Yeah.
And we said, I just want competitive football games. I'd rather lose on the last play of the game.
Oh, yeah.
I think I ate my words because I'd rather have lost 50-0 than go and watch that game, the last play, and have a holding call, which they didn't call. I'm not going to blame the game on that.
They called the one before.
They
Please
called the
don't.
one before.
Please
I'm not
don't.
going to blame the game on that. But for them to get to the one and not score on the last play and
Did you think they were going to score? Because I did.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of
right.
course.
I really thought they
I
were
thought they were
going
going to score before half too. I always think they're going to score. If you're down in the red zone,
when shit like that starts happening, dude.
Oh my god!
When that halftime thing, I was like, and you could just hear the announcers. They were just freaking. They were freaking out.
No, it was embarrassing.
It was really embarrassing.
That's the difference between Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor. I know a lot of people after that game. Tyrod Taylor played a great game. A great game. I cannot take anything away from Tyrod Taylor. He played a great game. The difference between Tyrod Taylor and Daniel Jones and why Daniel Jones is starting quarterback for the Giants and why Tyrod Taylor is on the bench.
Yeah.
Brains.
Smarts.
100%. IQ.
Yeah.
Understanding the game. When you're at halftime, right before halftime, which Daboll mismanaged that whole drive.
Correct.
Which I'm not going to. Daboll's not off the hook.
But the
quarterback
had control of it.
But that play call,
yes,
leading up to that drive, Daboll messed up. He used timeouts too early. A lot of things was going on.
Why don't you tell me what happened, because I missed it.
All right, so there was like at least 40 seconds on the clock.
The halftime you talking about?
Before halftime.
Yeah.
At least 40 seconds ran off the clock, and the Giants didn't even gain a yard. And he was using timeouts left and right. Eventually, we get down to the 1 yard line when we had no more timeouts, right? And now, all of a sudden, we get to the line. There was a play call that Tyrod Taylor confirmed. He auto balls to a run.
Right.
With, I think it was like 14 seconds left.
With no
whatever.
timeouts.
No timeouts left. No. Saquon Barkley tries to run up the middle on this, mind you, tries to run on the side where Cager, our third string tight end who we just released today, Bellinger and Darren Waller are on. Our whole offensive line is on the left side, and he decides to run it to the right side where all the tight ends are. And what do you think happened? You think Saquon scored? Absolutely not. Not only did he not score, they didn't get back to the line enough to clock the ball and kick a field goal, and they leave the half with no.
They leave
points.
3 points on the board.
Yeah.
You could say 7. You could say 6.
They
You could say
left
7.
points.
They left
Yeah.
points on the
They
board.
left points on
That's
the board.
for sure. It was embarrassing. And yes, you're right. D Jones is in that spot. He's got the smarts enough to make a play.
Yeah.
Make a play. Just
Yeah,
make a play. That
I
wasn't
don't
you
think
weren't
he would
making
ever do that.
You weren't making a play with Saquon in that moment. You always said it. You said it actually a couple weeks. He's not the one that's going to go get you those 2 yards.
I never see it happen.
Yeah, no, absolutely embarrassing. And once shit like this starts happening, it's like the heavens are just opening up. We're fucked.
It's over.
We're just
The
fucked. I just seen that, and I was just, it's done.
No,
Like,
yeah,
it's
that's
done.
the difference between like last year. Last year at this point we were 5-1.
Yeah.
The reason why the Giants were 5-1 last year, they pushed all the right buttons and they executed. Right, like the Titans game, they decided to go
lose on anything stupid.
They executed.
Yeah.
The Giants this year don't execute. They can't get out of their own way. There's plays that it's like that play to Jalen Hurts down the sideline when he's making the diving catch out of bounds, and then all of a sudden it's an Evan Neal illegal man downfield, which mind you was a bogus call. For me to stand up for Evan Neal, it's like that's beyond me. It was a bogus call, but it was a call nonetheless.
Yep.
They always shoot themselves in the foot. They cannot execute. And I don't know. I swear to God, I can't tell if it's coaching or if it's literally the players on the field, because how can you never execute? Every single goddamn time there are 3rd and 15 on defense, right? What happens? It's always a penalty, automatic first down. They can get a stop, but guess what? There's a flag on the field.
Yeah.
How is it every single time?
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
It's like
It's very embarrassing.
You actually expect it to happen.
Exactly.
We expect the problem to show up.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna make a mistake.
Yeah,
It always happens.
Which is that's what I'm saying. That this is past like Daboll. I know a lot of people right now they want to go out. Daboll's 1-5. The Giants are 1-5. You know, I'm hearing rumbles about Daboll had a bad game. Which yes, the Giants coaching. Yeah, they had a bad. The Giants.
They're having bad games. Everything is bad, dude.
Everything is bad.
bad.
That game came down to legitimately 2 possessions. The end of the first half and the end of the second half.
Yep.
And the Giants didn't execute either time. And that is bad. When you don't execute, they had 3 chances, right? Because they had the first half, right? They had the Saquon Barkley run.
Yep.
They didn't execute. They didn't score. Then they had the second half, right? At the end of the game, they had the Darren Waller, the first holding, pass interference, whatever you want to call it. Then they had the Darren Waller again. That's 3 chances you had to get into the end zone.
Yeah.
And you didn't get in once.
Nope.
13 quarters
really
now.
bad
13 quarters without scoring.
13 quarters without scoring a touchdown.
Wow.
13 quarters
that
without
sit in.
scoring a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Offensive touchdown.
Yeah.
13 quarters without scoring an offensive touchdown, right?
Yeah.
When you play the Buffalo Bills and you hold them to 3 quarters
I was just gonna say,
with no points in 3 quarters, and you lose that game, that's embarrassing.
Oh yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Oh yeah.
It's like I don't even like. There's nothing for me to even say about this team anymore.
Well, we could just go to the other side of the ball.
I mean, but like,
the other side of the
kudos,
ball.
ooh, good, nice, good job,
It's not
defense.
good, yeah,
Good job, defense. You're 1-5.
They made some plays though.
They made plays,
right.
yes, but what did that get them? Nothing.
It got us to the last play of the game.
Cool.
Right.
And we lost.
We did lose, but we did lose. If I'm trying to bring any light to the matter, was our defense played a little bit better on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Sunday night.
you got to give Bobby Okereke,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call him. I think I might have bashed him. I think it was like week 2 or week 3. I was bashing him, telling him to take 58 off his back. I think that they should take 58 off his back and put 56 on his back, because he looked unbelievable that game on Sunday. And I want to apologize personally to Bobby Okereke, whatever you want to say, because he looks unbelievable. The Giants finally, I think they have a linebacker. And even Micah McFadden, he's a linebacker too. The Giants finally have linebackers, and they're 1-5.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is what we wanted all this time. We wanted linebackers, but guess what? We're 1-5.
I'm just trying to find the positives out of this team, and it's just not there.
It's just it's hard to watch. I mean, the offensive line, the struggles. I mean, Justin Pugh coming in there and then
Off the couch.
off the couch.
Yeah, but no,
Literally.
we got to give him
Literally.
flowers. He
Absolutely.
came in. This was his
Yeah.
first game back from an
bro.
ACL surgery,
Yeah.
right? First came back from an ACL
And he was
surgery,
in the middle of
and
it.
they put him right into left tackle right off the jump, and
Yeah.
he played pretty well there.
Yeah.
He started off bad, but then he ended off pretty good.
Yeah.
And
They
he
signed
actually-
him today,
yeah, they
too, I
signed
think.
him. Yeah,
him and
they
that
gave
guy Phillips from they signed that other
Trey
guy.
Phillips, something like
Give
that.
him a couple. Give him a couple. Give him a couple bucks. You know.
Yeah, no, he deserved it.
He
I'm
definitely
definitely, I'm happy about that. But I don't know. We'll see. Because I'm like concerned now with all. Like yesterday, we signed like 3 offensive linemen. But is Andrew Thomas that hurt? That now we got 3 offensive linemen that
No
that
word
just
about
came
him,
off-
right? We heard Jones is practicing.
But they did that in 2021 too. He has to get cleared to play. They did the same thing in 2021 after the neck injury in 2021. He literally finished the game with the neck injury, right? It happened on, I think it was the first drive of the game, and he finishes the game, right? And then right after that, he was practicing. They were like, oh, he's practicing Tuesday practice, Wednesday practice. Then all of a sudden they were like, oh, the doctors, they're not giving him the okay to play. It's a nerve. There's like
Yeah, but it
structural
also
damage.
goes
in his
down.
neck.
Hold him
It
till-
goes down to the
yeah.
record. I mean, at 1-5, what are you rushing him back for? I mean, when is the
You have to-
season really over? It's
At 1-6 is when
right,
it's really
right.
over.
So 1-6.
It's like if he's not playing Sunday, I that's when you know that it's very serious.
Right.
It's like it could be like career-ending serious. Like it's
And,
bad.
and they're looking at quarterbacks too, right? They're
I
bringing
saw
in
that,
quarterbacks
yeah.
to look at.
Yeah.
They're bringing in people. I mean,
yeah, so it doesn't look good. It's
crazy.
Between him, Andrew Thomas, it's like this is like a nightmare.
Black cloud?
It's a nightmare season.
The black.
well,
cloud.
it's the second year. It's the second year jinx. It's the same thing I've been saying every time. Every coach has been fired in the second year. I think even Pat Schumer got fired in the second
Yeah,
year.
nah.
I think everybody keeps on going down the tubes on the second year.
Yeah, but Dable,
nobody
he's
made
not
it.
even close to being.
Dable-
There shouldn't
Dable-
even be a conversation with him.
But it is a
Fired.
conversation because
Fired?
it happened to us 3 times in a row, right?
It's a New York thing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it.
but that's what it is.
Getting
But-
rid of the coach is a New York
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But like I said,
what we do.
it's
Well,
not.
it used to be a Jet thing. Giants never did that.
the
That was a
Yankees did
Jet
it.
thing. Firing the guys. The Giants
the
don't
Yankees
normally
not-
do
the-
it.
Yankees
I
and the
said-
Mets do it.
Yeah, but this isn't a
We always-
coaching.
we always
This
blame
isn't
the
a
coach.
coaching thing.
It's just easier.
literally but it's not a coaching thing. Yeah, like you said, it's easier. But what are you gonna do?
easier, yeah.
Get rid of every shit person on the team? You know what I
course,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that. I think it comes down to you got to evaluate your actual roster.
The natural progression of a team getting better doesn't work with the Giants.
Yeah, but
we
that's-
naturally can't. We improve. We have a good record, and we have this major drawback. We go to
because you-
sucking.
Yeah, but you can go back now, right? After last year's draft, the 2022 New York Giants draft class, right?
Yep.
You can go back now and you can look at that draft class, and there's legitimately we had 11 picks, 4 of them are good. And I'm not putting Kayvon Thibodeau in that conversation. I'm obviously not putting Evan Neal in that conversation. Wan'Dale Robinson is good. Daniel Bellinger is good. Who else? There was two other. Micah McFadden, he's good, and someone else. There's 4 guys that are on that draft class, the 2022 New York Giants draft class, that are good. Everyone else, in my eyes right now, are on bust watch. Kayvon Thibodeau, you're on bust watch.
Right.
Evan Neal, you are a bust. You're not even on bust watch. I know. Oh, he played better last week. Get out of here with that. This goes down to right now. It goes up to higher levels now. You got to go to the guys that are evaluating these guys. When you're coming out and you had 11 picks, and none of them are superstar
fact.
guys.
That's a
There's
fact.
not
That's a
one
big deal.
superstar.
Yeah, there's people in charge of this.
That's a problem.
And it has to. That somebody has got to be held accountable,
Yes.
without a doubt.
So
Where are the Maras? The Mara family has
haven't
an
heard
involvement,
of
but
them.
they do. They always have something.
When have they
I'm
spoken?
not happy. Well, I think that one of them is in charge of player evaluations too. I
So
think
they
one of
gotta
these
figure it
guys
out.
is like the vice president of player evaluation. Something with a Mara is going to stick out that they can't get rid of this freaking guy, whoever it is, and he's there all the time doing shit that we don't like.
Yep.
So the Maras don't fire a Mara. It's still a family. You know, it's kind of funny, but at the end of the day, it's a family-owned business.
Yeah, oh yeah, it
That's
is.
what the Giants are.
Yeah,
It's a family-owned business
And they're shit
that
in the
they
bag.
keep on making the same mistakes over and over again.
They got
it's
real
like,
lucky
you know,
last
you
year.
can't fire the Mara.
Yeah.
And somebody at the Mara level has to be fired. You suck. Like, as good as you think you are, you suck.
Yeah,
They do suck.
That's just,
So we have to blame it on Mara at this
Frustrating.
point.
It's
We'll
frustrating.
find that Mara.
And we're going into a divisional game here. We got the Redskins, like you said earlier before. You know, we play them tight. Am I even going to wrap my head around winning the game? You know, like, am I?
I mean, it's the thing is,
do you
like,
want to win?
I mean, you as a diehard fan, as a fan of a team, you always want to win. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna go like last week against the Bills. I didn't go into that game thinking we were gonna win. But when we were at halftime, we were up 6-0. It could have been more.
And you felt the vibe of the game.
Yeah. Then you're like, okay, now
we have a chance.
I want to win this game.
Right.
Yeah. Now, then all of a sudden you get more devoted. You're like, okay, if we lose, I'm pissed. Like I went to bed miserable.
You got punched in the dick.
Yeah. I'm not going into the game like the Redskins game thinking we're gonna like. It's weird because I'm not thinking we're gonna win. I can't go into any game thinking we're gonna win when I see the team that we have.
I go into the games thinking we're helpless. Like I don't know what changes to make us win.
Yeah. No, it's bad. But like that, the thing is like, as this is realistic as possible, right? You say you beat the Redskins. Now you're 2-5. That Jets game becomes huge. You say you win that. I'm hypothetically speaking here. You win that game. You're 3-5, and then you're playing the Raiders.
You had a chance.
Then you're 4-5. You're right there with the rest of the the NFC because all you have to do is float around 500 till the last few weeks, and whatever happens happens.
Get some lucky breaks.
Yeah.
Well,
So
if they beat the Bills. That was a big momentum for the whole season.
That's a huge game, yeah.
Right? That it became critical because then you have, like you said,
2-4,
the Redskins.
So where do you see it? Where do you see us landing at this? Right
I mean,
now? Like let's update
number one pick.
the over.
Yeah,
number one pick.
If I'm thinking like logically, I think that I don't think we win another game of.
Who's
of
worse
the
than the Giants?
There's only one team worse than the Giants for now. It's the Carolina Panthers, who
And
are in
the
a
Patriots.
full-blown rebuild. No, well, they have the same record.
Yeah. No. It's like the three of us are the worst teams.
Who are the worst teams? Who is it?
Giants, Panthers, Patriots,
Broncos. Cardinals.
Oh, so everybody's kind of like the
there's
same.
a lot. We're technically the 5th worst team because we have the 5th pick right now.
We have the 5th pick. You can beat as bad as we are.
Yeah. So that's
We
like
can't even lose the right way.
well, yeah. That's the thing. It's like realistically speaking, do I think that the Giants win another game this season? Watching the Giants play, how can you say yes? But they will find ways to win, a few games.
They're going to win a game that we don't expect.
4 or 5 wins, maybe?
I thought it was Sunday, too.
Yeah, four
I
or
thought
5
so,
wins.
too.
Yeah.
But, that's,
Not too bad.
But I think that we play the Redskins tight. Well, Commanders tight. We played them tight all the time.
Yeah.
We'll have fun.
I've always seen it happen.
That's what it's about.
It just, you know what it is about the Redskins, Commanders, whatever you want to call them. We always, no matter what it was, I'm talking about for my whole entire life of watching the Giant games, they always step up. It's like a psychological thing. They step up against Washington.
Yeah, it's
they
weird.
always do.
They had,
I don't care how bad we look.
There was like a thing. It was like Chase Young.
Remember the Chase Young
Yeah,
thing?
he was like infinite. He was like known as #1 pick. You know what I mean? Everybody wanted him. The Giants played the Redskins. It was the battle of the Chase Young Bowl.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Daniel Jones goes out there and throws 5 touchdowns
And we
wins
win.
the game in
We win.
overtime.
We win.
You know what I mean? It was ridiculous. So no, you're right. We always, for some reason, we step up against the
I don't
Commanders,
know why.
but I don't know. Listen. I'm not. I don't want to be.
That's the way we are.
Yeah.
Man. That's literally that's literally the way we
That's
are.
where we're at.
That's
Because
how
I don't
feel.
know how to, I don't know if I
how to
should be
act.
sitting here praying for the #1 pick or if I should be sitting here and wanting my team to win. Like that's where we're at right
But
now.
knowing that if we get the #1, you know what it is? You
Two more losses. We're talking.
Well, you
we're
know what,
talking
me
about
and
a quarterback.
me and Anthony
we're
are-
talking about drafting a quarterback.
Me and
Two more
Anthony,
losses.
yeah, but me and Anthony are Met fans on top of it. So our doom and gloom is always out there.
Yeah.
A Met fan, always in the back of our minds, always expects the worst.
Yeah.
We
And you
don't
got
have
it.
any other way.
You guys,
we're kind of programmed with it. I have a mechanism nowadays that I can literally check out. I can check out. Well, he's not. I can just go.
can't
I
do it.
checked out. I
can't
checked
do it.
out because I know that.
Too devoted.
I hate. It's too. It's. But I put so much into it. Like you said, not from the money, just from the time and how committed we are to the team. We want to see it. Listen, we want to see them win. We want to see them play as a unit. Hey, guys, we want to see it friggin' product on the field that we could friggin' cheer for.
Yeah.
Show us a product. Give the Giant fans a friggin' product, guys. Give us a fucking product.
Come out Sunday.
Come
Play
on.
some football.
Give us a fucking product.
Straight up.
It's ridiculous.
Give us
now.
something on
Getting
Sunday.
Fucking aggravated.
Divisional game. I don't want to get embarrassed. Finally, 1 o'clock. All the cameras will
Thank
be off.
God.
We'll have one camera on. We'll have one camera on you, not 9 billion. So let's get out there and win a
Fucking
football
disgusted.
game. All right.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, that's the episode. Right? You got anything? Wrap it up.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, again, we want to have this team. I think that I'm checked out right now. I'm going to get better at this stuff. I hate going before Halloween or into. I want to have something to believe in. I hate when I go down to Cape May, with all the Eagle fans and the Philly fans.
Yeah,
last night I'm watching something on television. They're putting the Philly games on the beach. People are sitting on the beach watching the Phillies. There's all people cheering, and I'm misery. And I'm happy for you guys in Philadelphia. Look at our faces. This is what misery looks like. We are in complete effing misery because Philadelphia guys, you own us. You know what? You are our daddy at this point in time. I have to admit it. Philadelphia is our daddy. That's the end of the day.
They'll never be.
Right now they are.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them,
All right,
but
man.
they are.
What's up?
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. Don't forget, if you like the pod, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend. Gamble responsibly. And go Giants.
Yeah.